Hello, Capricorn, and thank you so much for joining me for the, I was going to say December, but of course it's the September reading for Capricorn Sun sign, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. I'm Vickie, the rock and roll prophetess. Been professionally reading for over 30 years. I do cards, astrology, I create decks, and do channeling, and all sorts of stuff. If you want to find more about me, you can check below or check my website. This is for Capricorn Sun sign, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. If you enjoy this reading and it resonates you, please hit that like and subscribe because that's very helpful to me. This is the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, so that's what we're going to start the reading with, and then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card. If you are a level 2 Patreon person, you'll have the extended reading with the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini. Alright, so these cards have been thoroughly shuffled in between the readings, and I'm going to just go a real loose shuffle and let the spirit guides and angels pull out the cards that are meant for our Scorpio friends. Let the cards talk to you. If you see something that looks like a word or stands out to you, or your eye is just drawn to a certain word or something, then definitely pay attention to that, as that's the way that your spirit guides and angels can give you a message in this general reading. Especially if it looks like it says one thing and it actually says another, then you know you definitely got a message from spirit if that's the way it shows out to you. Okay, you have a beautiful reading here, Capricorn. We've got a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a couple people. And any of the court cards or the cards of people, it's a gender neutral reading, so that means that it doesn't necessarily apply, like the king doesn't have to be a male energy, it could just be anybody. So before we get into this, I'm going to real quick do a rundown of this ingress energy, because this is important. You are a cardinal sign, and everybody feels this. When we have the ingresses, we have the change of season. This is a shift in the energetic frequency, and it's a shift in the collective, and we all feel it. So, but what goes on when that happens, it's when we have the cross, the cardinal cross. And when the sun moves into the cardinal signs, then the seasons change. So the sun is moving into Libra, but it's also directly squaring you. You're one of the cardinal signs. So you definitely feel it the most. So the cardinal signs are Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. So, and then of course in the solstice is when it moves into your sign. The winter solstice for most of us, but summer if you're down under. So this is an important shift, and it's an important energy for everybody, but you Capricorns are probably going to feel it pretty strongly, maybe stronger than some others. First card out was the King of Rods. The King of Rods is a fire sign energy. This is a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. And the fire signs, it's a king. We have a couple of kings here. So kings are always further along on their path. They are more experienced. They're more mature. They have more life experience. And they're just, further along on their path. He's in the upright, he or she, but I'm just going to refer to it as a he for now, in the upright position. So that means very much a helpful energy to you. You have this Ace of Rods, so there's some new seed that you're wanting to plant, and it's blossoming, it's going up, and it's pointing right at the King of Rods. So the King of Rods is going to help plant the seed bloom, blossom, and grow. You've got two air sign energies showing up here. You've got the Page of Swords and then the King of Swords. And the air sign energies, again, are the air signs, of course, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But what I was just talking about, the big event, the big show for this month, is going to be the ingress, when the sun moves to 0 degree and it starts a new beginning in the sign of Libra as we move into the air energy of the cardinal cross. So this could be referring to that, absolutely. In any case, they're in the upright position, so very favorable, very positive. There's been, you may have been struggling. You may be feeling like, I'm going down. This is too much struggle. I can't handle it. Well, help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is more than on the way. It's arrived. It's definitely here. There's also a major stuff. Well, there's a soulmate energy showing up here. Let's just put it that way. Most people think of the soulmate as love, like romantic love, and it absolutely can be. But soulmates come in many forms and fashion. We have many soulmates, and not all of them are our lovers. It could be a business partner. It could be somebody who just shows up at that right time just to give you that little boost or that little help. It just helps you along on your path. But either or, some of these people, or both of them, or all of them, are soulmates. And you've got this Temperance card right next to it. This is talking about higher forces, spirits, and angels helping to put this together for you, helping to make this happen. And if you notice, there's also 2 cups on the Temperance card too, and then 2 cups here. So that kind of reinforces that. Some of you, I mean, you absolutely could be falling in love or getting some kind of sexual relationship going with the Ace of Rods. That can also be a phallic symbol and represent sexuality. Some of you, you know, somebody could turn up pregnant here when we've got this Empress here. It's known as the pregnancy card, and it often will represent a pregnancy, especially when it's with the Ace of Rods, because that's the seed planted in the womb, and then the womb is growing. But the Empress is much more than the pregnancy card. The Empress is somebody who sits in abundance. The Empress is fulfilled. She is, settled in her magnificence. She's blooming. She's glowing. She's radiating. She's settled. She knows her power, as does the High Priestess. So you have 2 of the big feminine archetypes here. You've got the High Priestess and the Empress card. So the High Priestess really knows her power too. When the High Priestess shows around these other cards, though, this would be you, and this would be like somebody sees you as ultra. You're a magnet. You have a lot of magnetism, and they see you as their ultimate, the ultimate mate, or the ultimate business partner, or the ultimate expert, or the ultimate, like you are the ultimate, and you're pulling in that energy. Now the Empress, the Empress too, but the High Priestess is very much connected to the moon, and we are having, of course, 2 different moon energies happening as every month. First, we're going to have a new moon in Virgo, which is harmonious because that's a sextile to your sun sign of Capricorn, a fellow earth sign. And then we're also going to have a full moon in Pisces, which is also very much harmonious to your sign as a sextile. So the new moon on the 6th in Virgo, the full moon on the 20th in Pisces. And then we've got that very powerful ingress happening on the 22nd, where the energy shifts into air. We've got this we got 2 of the High Priestesses, number 2. We've got the 2 of Cups. We've got 2 cups on here. So I'm feeling like, that 2 energy is definitely, really, really strong. It may have some other significance to some of you out there. There may be some other sort of 2 connection for some of you. I'm hearing it takes 2 to tango, and I'm also hearing that song, it takes 2, baby, it takes 2, baby, but me and you. I'm out of key, but yeah, that's it. Oh, wrong deck. Okay, let me grab the Animal Totem deck, and let's start shuffling up and getting your Animal Totem card going for you. Yeah, Capricorn and everybody, what I'm offering is the ingress reading, and that's going to be for a limited time with the Libra ingress. It'll be available to the end of this month. And what it is, it's a look at a psychic astrology reading and Animal Totem card going from now, the 22nd to the end of the year, basically. It's the last quarter of the year. So if that's something that's you find interesting, you can check that link below. Alright, or visit my website. Let's get that Animal Totem for you, Capricorn. I look down at this and it's like somebody wants to make a deal with you. So, I'm not sure that's going to be different for everybody, of course, but let's go ahead and get that. I'm wanting to say number 2 again, but we're actually getting the Animal Totem. It's not number 2 anything. Animal Totem card. The Rabbit. Well, when the Rabbit shows up, and the Empress shows up, and the Ace of Rods shows up, this is very much highly likely that there's some kind of pregnancy. Now, you might not be you. Don't just say, well, I'm not getting pregnant. Don't just discount it so quickly. It could be just anybody. Anybody that it could be, a daughter, niece, son-in-law, daughter-in-law. You could speak a lot of different people. The Rabbit, though, let's see. Major abundance with the Rabbits. Sensitive, artistic, clever, and nimble. Outsmarting adversaries by staying one step ahead. Taking colossal leaps and sprinting into the future. Heightened libido and procreation. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But it's funny, I got my tongue tied or whatever when I was saying splitting. But I kept wanting to say splitting rather than sprinting. So, I mean, it could be some kind of an egg splitting. I mean, maybe splitting. Maybe you're going to split, like, I'm out of here. I'm splitting. I'm out. You know, it could be like that. It could be, what I really kind of, when I said it, I almost felt like splitting like a timeline split or something. So if that's something that you're into, it could be something along those lines for some of you. But yeah, major abundance. Look at all this abundance, not only of love. Both the Empress and the Rabbit, yeah, definitely talk about pregnancies and stuff like that. But it's also just kind of, why do you think people used to carry around rabbit's foot? For luck, because it was luck and abundance, you know. It's not just, you know, back in the day, that was the only way that a woman could really be abundant, is by having a lot of children. But in the modern day, women and men, you know, we can be abundant in a lot of different ways. So it's that old-timey stuff doesn't always apply. But hey, Capricorn, it's sure looking good. You have one of the best spreads all day long here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Oh, real quick before we go, back to school season or not, these journals are so cool, and thanks for everybody who's been purchasing them. They're very so all my original artwork, this is just a small sample of the ones that are available. I want to tell you that they feel really nice, like they have like almost a soft velvety feel, and then the paper, it's really good paper. Like your pen just kind of glides right over it. I've been using them, and I'm just really happy with them. It's through Amazon, and you know, it's $6 and some change, and a couple dollars comes my way. So if you're you know, want to pick that up to have something nice for yourself, or maybe for somebody going back to school, or just a journal for yourself, whatever the case, check it out. It's available as well as the rest of my wares. If you enjoyed this reading, I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up or a subscribe. That helps that YouTube algorithm and keeps things rolling for me. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Don't forget about that equinox on the 22nd, big time manifestation, or potentially a timeline split for some of you. Have the best month ever. We'll see you again next time.